Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of the Brett Beer Show, sponsored by James Restaurant. Coach, we're out here on the field today. Construction going well as it seems. Coach, tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, you can see we're building a first-class facility. Coming up behind us, you know, it's a little behind. We had some rough weather for a couple months, but it's getting to be put back on track to where we're going to host a home game here sometime this year. Maybe 9, probably week 10. Definitely be hosting a playoff game here.
Yeah, can't wait for that, Coach.
Yep.
Last week we went to Franklinton, and it was a nail-biter game, Coach, but Jackets came out with the win. Tell me about last week's game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough football team. Anytime you go on the road on a Thursday night with that kind of trip into a hostile environment like Franklinton, they're a football program that knows how to win. They've got some tradition. They got a great head coach in Guy LeCompte. And I think you witnessed it. They got 2 receivers that can run. They got a quarterback that's special. They got some linebackers that are special players. That's a tough place to go in and play, and then get a victory on top of it was a huge success for us. And we battled it out, and we needed to be punched in the mouth, and we needed to answer up. So I was really pleased with the way we finished the game and how we handled ourselves.
As you all see, it is a little windy out here, so please don't mind that. Yeah, let's get into these highlights. Jackets take the field at Franklinton, coming out onto the field. Just running on, all hyped up. Student section, as always, full, getting hyped up, ready for the game. Franklinton starts with the ball. Quarterback number 7 throws a deep pass to number 1, Colin Williamson, who takes it all the way in for a touchdown. Demons 7 lead early. There they are running into to celebrate together. Coach, tell me about this.
Yeah, look, I mean, that kid can run. He's a special player, quarterback, special guy. You know, we didn't have a blown coverage. We just got tangled up on our own feet, tripped. That's how he got so wide open. You know, those things happen. You know, I'm glad it was early and we settled in right after, but I was really pleased with the way we settled in.
Yes, sir. Reese Mooney with the ball now, hands off to Ray McNeely, who runs for a nice game. But the ball is stripped and he fumbles, recovered by Franklinton.
He's got to protect the football.
Denham would get the ball back. Reese Mooney hands off to Cam Kelly, who runs for a first down and gets close to the goal line. Jackets punch it in, touchdown, game tied 7-7. Coach, tell me about Ray here. Tell me about Cam here. Being a big playmaker for the offense.
I just love being able to see him finish those drives right there and score touchdowns, man. The kid deserves it. He's had a great offseason. Him and Ray are special.
Demons back with the ball. Number 7, Andrus back to pass. Deep throw to number 6, Micah Hart for a touchdown. 14-7 Franklinton. You know, Coach, another deep pass on a young guy there. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to Franklinton coaching. I mean, they got a matchup that they wanted. You know, we're asking our outside linebacker to cover a kid that's probably not coverable by that individual, and he did a great job. He was right there. We just got to get pressure. You know, in that situation, we got to get pressure in his face to help that coverage.
Reese Mooney gives it to number 5, McNeely, who runs over a defender for another nice gain. Number 1, Reese Mooney hands off to number 5, McNeely again. He hits a defender, making moves, and is finally drugged down. Slow to get up though. He would not return to the game. See him there, just laying there. That's tough to watch. Jackets settled for a number 48, Caleb LeBlanc field goal. It's second half now. Demons ball, number 7, hands off to number 6, who is tackled by Jonas Clark. A big hit by the youngin there. The ball is snapped, but it goes through number 7's hands, and Eli and number 7 are on the ground fighting for it. Number 7 back to pass in his end zone, flags down. Andrew throws it up, and it is intercepted by number 6, Deshaun McBride. Flags for a hold in the end zone, which means result in a safety. 14-12. Demons kick it to the Jackets after the safety. Number 7, Micah Harrison, with a huge return. He groups out defenders running upfield. spinning around again and finally getting taken down. See him getting up, shrugging it off like it was nothing. Number 1, Mooney hands it off to number 4, Kelly, who runs for another first down. Denham settles for another kick, a field goal by number 48, LeBlanc. Kick is good. Denham leads 15-14. Demons ball, number 7, Andrews, sacked by number 58, Tyler Kimball at midfield. Big play by number 58 there. Andrews hands it off to number 6, Hart, who runs for a big gain, first down in the Jackets territory. Number 7 sweeps to number 6, Hart, who is tackled and thrown out of bounds by number 6, Deshaun McBride. McBride is just making plays, Coach. Tell me about him.
Well, I mean, that kid gets better every week. You can see he's getting really comfortable playing this game, and he's going to be an exceptional player. Probably could be one of the best to ever come out of here if he continues on this meteoric rise.
Yes, sir, absolutely. See him there. Demons field goal attempt is blocked by number 12, Mason Varese. Big play by Mason. Just making plays. And third down, number 1, Reese Mooney rolls to the right and finds Micah Harrison. Harrison is pushed out of bounds for a first down. Third down again, number 1, Reese Mooney under pressure finds Lionel over the top for a first down. Denham forced a punt though. Number 3, Cameron Irick booms one. It's fumbled and recovered inside the 1-yard line by Franklinton. Number 7, back to pass in the end zone, has to scramble to the right and is tackled by hard by number 15, Clark. Demons forced a punt, shanked right, out of bounds. Denham with great field position. Number 1, Mooney finds number 4, Cam Kelly, who runs it for a touchdown. Jackets lead 21-14.
I love the energy. I love the energy. 4 brains every day.
Tell me about Cam here, Coach.
Cam is he's such a patient runner. He gets up in the hole. He's going to finish a run. He's a finisher. Really, his game has gotten really special this year, and it's been a lot of fun to watch him this year because he's really his coming out party.
Number 7 hands off to number 6, Hart, who is tackled by number 10, Jed Cameron and Eli DiGeronimo. Just 2 good plays right there by the defense. Number 7 back to pass, under pressure, rolls right, and throws it to number 1, Williamson. First down.
It's a great play.
Number 7 again, back to pass, throws it to the end zone, and it is intercepted again by number 6, McBride. Jackets take over. Coach, tell me about McBride making another great play here.
I mean, there he is. This kid here has got a chance to be really special. You can't have enough Friday nights with him because that's all he needs right now. To fine-tune his game, he just needs to play. He needs to keep playing and making these plays and let his confidence grow along with his play. And he's going to be special. He's a lot of fun to watch, and excited to have him back even next year.
Number 1, Reese Mooney hands it off to Kelly, runs for a gain. Jackets forced to punt though. Demons ball late. Number 7, deep touchdown pass. Again to number 1, Williamson, 21-20 before the extra point. Yeah, Coach, tell me about this offense, just another deep pass down the field.
Well, you got 2 guys that can run, 1 and 6 that are very scary. You got 7 whose arm is big enough, who also can beat you with his legs. That's a deadly combination that you got to defend. And sometimes these guys can get behind ours, and we don't have the same help in the box and keeping him contained because he is so deadly with his legs that they had to make plays, and they did.
Demons for an extra point now to tie the game, but it is blocked by number 12, Mason Varese again. Coach, tell me about Mason Varese making another big play on special teams.
Special teams has been critical for us this year. And you can notice, looking back, we've had a lot of blocks, we've had a lot of big-time plays, and to win football games at this level, you got to have this.
Franklinton forced an onside kick. Ball bounces around, but it's grabbed by number 6, McBride. Returns for a touchdown, 28-20. Denham leads in the final minutes. Coach, tell me about McBride making a play on the onside kick here.
Again, special players make special plays. You know, ideally, as a football guy, knowing the situation, we're not going to ever tell a kid not to score a touchdown, which he did. And, you know, if he goes down right there, the game is over. But either way, I couldn't be more proud of the way he played, the plays that he made.
Denham has to kick off onside kick, though. Recovered by number 12, Mason Breeze. Denham can run out the clock. Coach, another great play by Mason Breeze.
Well, at that point, you know, they had a penalty that moved us up. So we could either kick it in the back of the end zone and put them on the 20, or we could onside kick, and if they got it, they'd get it on the 30, which I figured a 10-yard trade-off for a final blow was worth the gamble on our part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mooney kneels out the clock. Jackets win 28-20. As you see them celebrating here, giving his love back to his fans and his players on the sideline.
Love the energy all night. Appreciate the students traveling. I love when I love what they bring to every game and our crowd and our energy, and we need them even more going forward this year.
Final score, Denham 28, Franklinton 20. Stats, Mooney 6 for 13 on passing, 87 yards. Kelly 32 rushes, 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. McBride 1 interception and 1 return TD. Coach, the defense, they gave up 3 big touchdowns but still made plays throughout the game. Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, these high schools we play have special players. They're going to be able to make plays, and you know, that's part of it. You got to be able to weather those plays. But if you look back on it, I mean, we had the ability to stuff the run again. They couldn't move the football on the ground against us, which is a huge success. And they were able to go to the air and beat us on a few plays, which is not abnormal. I mean, it's going to happen. But I'm really proud of the way our guys battled all night. They played from the beginning of the game to the end and gave us everything, and I was really proud of the way we finished. And when we needed critical stops, we got them. And that says a lot about our growth and maturity as a defense. And we're getting better. So, I mean, as a coach, all you want to see is the growth, and the growth is there.
We had a hurt player last week, number 8, Hayden Rushy. Is he coming back, Coach?
Yeah, he'll be back this week. And a testament to our defense, too. That was a huge piece that was missing. And, some of the things they were able to do, some of the take the top off and get some of the big plays, that might have been negated had we had arguably our best pass rusher to put that pressure on that kid. So, we were missing a big piece and still able to have a lot of success. So, I'm really proud of our guys.
Coach, the offense had some turnovers early that put us behind. Tell me about that.
Yeah, they started slow. You have some drops in that first drive where, we're gashing for 7 or 8 yards a play. Of course, like anything, you want to see the football thrown. You want to try to have some big explosive plays, and you want to keep the run open by being able to show the ability to throw the football. But sometimes they can come back to bite you. We saw the drops early on. Of course, the fumbles have to stop. The turnovers are critical, and they're putting us in bad spots, and that has to stop. That's just little details, and that's just taking care of your job and getting your job done. And the ball's got to be taken to the ground. We've learned some hard lessons with that already, and we can't let anybody make that call. So we got to be better. I mean, at the end of the day, we just got to be better. But when we did need them, they came through. Ideally, you'd like to see them finish that 4-minute drill because we put so much emphasis on it. But they didn't, and the defense went back out and got the stop. So, offensively, hey, I have no complaints right now. As long as we're not stalling out, and I still see the growth that I'm seeing every week, I'm really pleased with where we're at.
Coach, special teams had another big impact on the game once again.
It's a lot of fun to watch, isn't it? I mean,
yes,
it seems like everything that we got going on has always been done against me in the past. Like, Walker returned an onside kick against me for a touchdown a few years ago. So it was good to flip the script. Zachary's blocked some punts against me in the past, so it's good to be able to get that on the end, on the other side. We have put more of an emphasis on special teams, unlike before, which we didn't. It's always been critical to us, but we're just really going to make sure we don't miss anything. With a senior-heavy team and the experience we have, you can turn your focus and attention to some different things because they have so much experience. So we can play with some details in the special teams, and we can let some of these older guys play special teams that we might have protected in the past.
Coach, Ray got injured this game. Tell me about that.
Yeah, big loss in game. When he left the stadium that night, I was more worried about it. I thought it was going to be worse than the news we got. So we got some great news, And depending on how his rehab goes in the next week, we have a chance to only miss him for 1 week.
All right, Coach. This week you're traveling to St. Thomas More. Tell me about.
Well, I think since I got here, we wanted to build a program that is respectable by all, and ultimately you have to earn that respect. St. Thomas More has a program that I want you to see, that I want you to have a chance to compete against, and ultimately have a chance to beat, because this is the type of program we're trying to build. Those guys come into the stadium, they expect to win. Their preparation is probably different than what we even know because of where they've been. And you know what? To go against a St. Thomas More team at their home field in Lafayette is that's a huge step in the direction, no matter what happens, that we've got to go in to ultimately win a state championship, because you got to beat teams like this on the road. To win a state championship, you got to win in the Dome, which is on the road. So as long as we get comfortable going in hostile environments and playing our game, we're going to be better no matter what happens.
Coach, what is your team's mindset going into this game?
Well, I think there's an excitement. I think there's an energy about us. I think there is a recognition of the opportunity. Because like I said, you go against a team of this magnitude, a program of this magnitude. This is not a slouch, only plan on playing for a half-type game, not an automatic victory. This is a step in the direction we want to move this program, and it's a huge opportunity, and it seems like we're pretty dialed in and excited to go to St. Thomas More and see what it is they do, and hopefully feed off of their play and their energy, and iron sharpens iron. I want to go over and get St. Thomas More's best, as I want to give them our best, and we both leave victorious that night because we both get better and moving in the direction of a state championship. Win or lose, there's a lot to learn on both sides that we've got to have to hone in the next 5 weeks in district and to get ready for the playoffs. So I think we're ready for the challenge. I think we're excited about the challenge, and looking forward to seeing how we play.
Coach, what do you think your keys are going into this game?
They're all the same most of the time. Protect the football, win the turnover battle, win the clock battle. I'm going to say this one's a little bit different. This one is weather the storm. This team likes to come out really, really fast. They're going to have their home environment, so they're going to it's like they try to shock you and go really fast and kind of beat you into submission real quick, and try to get up 14 or 21 before you know it, and kind of put you in a hole and make you do things you're not comfortable doing, and then ultimately, just choke you out the rest of the way. If we can weather that first quarter and a half, and I say weather, I mean, we could give it to them, but if we can weather that without making critical mistakes that cause us to dig a hole, and we get comfortable in the game, you let both sides kind of figure out what's going on, move the pieces, settle in, then you got a chance now to play our game for 48 minutes and find out if they can withstand us and hold up against our O-line and D-line. And I just think that the first 18 minutes of this game is going to be critical, and we got to weather what it is they throw at us.
Thank you so much for watching. The next game is at St. Thomas More at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much, James Restaurant, for sponsoring this episode. We have a special segment coming up.
So stay tuned.
Thank you, Coach Beard. I'm Cooper Burrell. Goodbye. Coach, my question is, you said you eat at James Restaurant a good bit. Yep. What do you get there, Coach?
The vegetable omelet with a big bowl of grits, and the other favorite is the biscuit with tomato gravy.
So my question for you is actually a question that a lot of people have, and I've been meaning to ask you, and it's really important to us.
Okay.
We would all like to know why you skip leg day.
Oh, it's a good question. I really don't work out much anymore.
So your legs
do some push-ups. Well, I mean, I guess I don't squat anymore. There's no need in doing all that. I don't really work out much anymore, really, so it doesn't really matter. I'm trying to get small. I'd like to get small, be on the cover of Men's Health magazine, but I can't lose this. I'm sorry.
All right, Coach, it's a question I've had, and I think you'd be pretty fun to do it.
Yeah.
So you're pretty good at coaching football. I'm pretty good at filming. You think we could switch up one Friday?
One Friday?
Like, maybe not this game, because it's a big game, but like next Friday or something?
Oh, next Friday?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, next Friday, I would love for you to coach next Friday.
All right, I'll bring you.
Because we play on Thursday.
Oh. What about, you think I can?
So you want the Eagles, that's what you're telling me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
ooh, tough matchup next week.
I think I got it.
All right, good afternoon. My question is, do you really think your beard makes you Coach Beard?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to cut. I don't really like this as much, because I'm not going to trim it when we're winning and playing good football.
So you like the baby face?
I like the baby face. I like it a little more, a little tighter goatee. But I mean, I'll wear this as long as we're playing well.
All right, Coach Beard, my question is, if you weren't a football coach or an athletic director, what would your job be?
I'd probably have to say some type of law enforcement or something, because there's still a competitive edge in there, and there's still a team. That was probably where I was leaning before I decided that this is what I wanted to do and was going to do it forever. But some type of law enforcement would probably be my direction.
Okay, Coach Beard. So, besides the Hulk, because I've heard you like the Hulk, what is your favorite superhero, and why?
Well, you asked me this 5 years ago. I probably couldn't have even answered this question, but being that I got a little one that's 4 who's all into this stuff, the honest answer I want to tell you is Deadpool, but for obvious reasons. I love the sense of humor, and the stuff that comes out of his mouth is probably along the lines of what may come out of my mouth at times. I guess my favorite, though, would be Wolverine. I just like the intensity of the way he goes about things. He's extremely intense in everything he does, and I think that's probably more my mentality with that. And
hey, Coach. So, kind of a random question, but what is your best or favorite memory from high school?
From high school, let me tell you, I come from a very special high school in Vestavia Hills, outside of Birmingham, Alabama. I played for the all-time winningest head football coach in the state of Alabama, and Coach Buddy Anderson. We won a state title my senior year, went 15-0.
Congratulations.
I played for Sammy Dunn, who, God rest his soul, he passed away a few years after I graduated of stomach cancer. But arguably the greatest high school baseball coach in the state of Alabama, where we won 4 state titles and a national title while I was there. I've been blessed to be around some amazing men and that helped mold me into this. And I look back, I didn't realize it then, but when I look back on it now, it's just every day being a part of those guys and getting to know those guys and getting to play for those guys. Those are the things I think about when I look back on those days. I remember the dog piles. I remember winning the Super 6 at Legion Field, but I remember meetings with Coach Anderson. I remember meetings with Coach Dunn. I remember getting butt chewings from Coach Dunn. Like, those are what have really put me where I am today. And that's probably my favorite memories in high school.
Okay, Coach. If you didn't coach football and you taught here at Denham Springs High School, what subject would you teach? Wait, minus PE.
Ooh. So in my career, I've taught world history, American history. I've been a sped teacher. I taught biology, which was my least favorite, but I ended up being a really, really good biology teacher. And one of my favorite stories with that is, some of those words in biology are kind of tricky. And I would mispronounce something, and a kid would correct me, and I'd be like, no, that's how you say it. That's how I say it. But I like your way better, so we're going to go with that. I would have to say probably U.S. history. I love history. I love diving into just different things that have brought us to this point in the world today and the lives we live in. Probably some form of history. I could do law studies. I think that would be fun. Art. A lot of people don't know that I have a hidden talent in art that I really have kind of gotten away from, but I could teach some art.
As you know, I play hockey, and so my question for you is, do you think you could coach the current football team to win a Stanley Cup?
Ooh, I tell you what, I'd love to find out if we got enough dudes tough enough on this football team to play hockey. And if we did, yeah, I'd figure it out. I mean, there's just something about being on the ice. I'd love to find the nearest ice rink and get after it. Believe it or not, I am a big hockey fan. I was in Nashville when I played at Vandy at the time the Predators came along, which was an awesome deal. Got to go see a few of those games, and I think we all know hockey live is completely different than hockey on TV. Actually grew up going to Birmingham Bulls games, which is kind of like the 2A version in pro hockey and to Major League Baseball, like the AA. But there was a guy named Jerome Burchard, number 16. If you watch this Jerome Burchard, you were a stud. But all he did was fight every night. He was known for fighting, and we freaking loved the dude. He's just nasty, and I always wanted to be that guy. So I've ever since then, I've just loved hockey.
All right, Coach. You're on a road trip, traveling to Texas per se, and you stop at a gas station. Chips and drink. Where are you getting?
Drink. Could be a Diet Mountain Dew. Could be a any one of the Peach Monster. I like the Peach Monster. I like these new Gator lights. Kind of like a little Pedialyte. Gatorade's made like something that kind of rivals a Pedialyte. I like those. So I'm probably grabbing something like that depending on what kind of mood I'm in. I will get a black coffee if I need something to drink like a coffee. I drink mine black, so that's what it would be. I love October because the pumpkin spice or the harvest spice coffee is back at the Circle K. I'm not giving them a plug. Cameron Beal's Starbucks has an amazing autumn spice coffee, so he says. Chips would probably be the Zapp's Voodoo.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. If I were going to buy chips, that's what it would be. Zapp's Voodoo. There you go.
So good.
So what has been your go-to motivation for your success and other people's success?
I love my old man, and I, are closer now than ever. And, I don't get to see him very much. He's in Birmingham still. He and Mom still live there. I don't get to see him but a few times a year. But my old man was a tough old Army boy coming up, and comes from a hard-nosed Tennessee family. He's just a hard-nosed dude, just your typical man's man. And there's nothing better than doing a job that I hear him when I call telling me how proud he is, because they listen to every game. But to make him proud has kind of been a big deal to me. There's a lot of little things along the lines of so many along the way, a lot of stories that I could tell you that I take a lot of pride in myself, because I know what he's instilled in me and taught me. And to be able to hear him tell me how proud he is, that's been a lot of my motivation, because I know how tough he is. You talk about your toughest critic. I'm tough on myself, but I'm not so sure he's still not tougher. And I love that. I loved growing up in a household like that. I loved growing up with a tough dad like that. So there's just something, even at 41 years old, to hear my 75, 76-year-old man tell me, that's a dang good job. I'm proud of you. Keep getting after it. And that's been my motivation up until really, I guess, 4, 5, 6 years ago. And you got a family and you got kids, and it's a little different type of motivation. And I think I got more of a heart than I've ever had because I've got kids, and so I look at things a little differently. But between my kids and my old man, that's kind of been a thing that just kind of drives me at all times, and to make them proud, and I love it.
So, we know we got this little sporty look going on, and I'm just wondering, what's your outfit inspiration? Your icon?
Yeah, at one time, the ladies used to tell me I had some style. Look, I worked hard to be able to come to work comfortable, because, I grind. Yeah. I get up at 4:30 and I'm in the office by 5 most every day, because that's the only quiet time. So I'm constantly trying to be comfortable, because I'm constantly on the move. But let me tell you, my go-to would probably be, some type of golf polo with some golf shorts if it's summer. If it's a little cooler, I like a pair of cowboy boots and a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and a hat just as much as anybody. I can get dressed up. I do have a few suits in the old closet I can wear, but as you get, like I said, I'm just constantly I'm nonstop all day. So really being comfortable is just how I go.
Effortless look.
Yeah, that's how I roll. So.